Good afternoon. I'm Arjen de Bruin. I'm a Dutch-born, English-speaking South African, and I'm one of the few South Africans that still live in South Africa. We're going to be speaking about supervisory competencies, its impact now and in the future. I've seen a lot of the presentations here, and we need to speak about the skill. I studied as an industrial psychologist, so this is a field that's close to my heart, even though I haven't used a lot of industrial psychology. Firstly, who we are. OIM has been around since 1985, and we've been working in the last few years with just over about 1,000 supervisors. The majority of them in the mining industry, people like Goldfields, Kumba part of Anglo-American, moving along there, and I'm going to show you some stats. I'm going to be very quick. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm sure you're going to want to speak to me afterwards. I've got a lot of stats here. It's quite interesting. The whole question about mechanization versus modernization, just let me tell you one thing. OIM believes in modernization. We all know what the current industry focus is. We want greater efficiency, mechanization, digitalization, modernization. There's all these terms around here. All right, so new equipment and big data. We know that. All right, it's not new for you. And combination will give you all these beautiful things, more money, because I know we all say social impact, but there's more money involved here too. The benefits are clear. You're going to have production of more safer tons, and real-time data is going to give you analysis and analytics. That's the dream. We're going to sit in a remote area and it'll be wonderful. Okay. All right. So the ideal is fully autonomous mines in the future. Realistically, it's still going to be a mixture of manual, semi, and fully autonomous. Coming from the African environment, I think you all have an understanding of infrastructure, skills, and the problems associated with that. So what we're trying to say is, the truth is technology is easy, but culture and skills are way more difficult. And I think you all understand that. I've heard a lot of speakers say that. Why do we fail mostly? There's ingrained culture that cannot be changed overnight. We can put a system in within 6 months to a year. We can't change a mindset within 6 months to a year. All right. So what do? I've heard a lot of expats get recruited. Guess what? The countries you get sent to say, please send them out after a year. All right. And the other thing we do is we either retrain. I'm in a mine right now where they took conventional miners and retrained them into, or mechanized, into mechanized. Big problem. Took a while. All right. Or we just do staff awareness. Guys, it's happening. Let's do this. But what we're saying is, where the big focus is, we talk about modernization. You need to take 3 things into consideration: culture, people, and operations. If you don't take those 3, it's really, you're going to struggle somewhere along the line. So I don't want to go into the whole thing because I don't have time here, but afterwards I really would love you to come to me and we can talk through this thing here. But in essence, you want to grow profitability, growth, and legitimacy. And what you really need to do is you need to change views, attitudes, and behavior, and then you start putting the systems. And there's a lot of stuff in there because culture is difficult. All right, we talk about a roadwork. We say first, have your engagement, get your efficiency. The structures is the right people in the right place at the right time to support your processes, and get your frontline leader. Because I tell you right now, it doesn't matter what your business plan is. It fails if your frontline leader decides not to implement it. It doesn't matter what equipment you put in. And you can tell him, we've worked it out, and he'll tell you, yes, you have. I don't mean much. All right. The effective execution of any business plan relies heavily on supervisory effectiveness. But guess what? Very little effort is placed on it. Very little. On how to change him, how he leads, and how he manages. All right. Let me give you a current state. 3 means competent. All right? No one is competent. Now, you'll say, yes, but with autonomous mining, we don't have miners. Look at your engineers. Look at your plant. And this is South Africa. I don't even want to talk about the rest of Africa. We're working in Rwanda now, and obviously Zimbabwe and Namibia we've worked in. But guess what? What's your worst competency? Planning and organizing. Worst competency. Oh, by the way, that's what we want our supervisors to do, by the way, is to plan and organize. Oh, what's your third worst competency? Analysis and problem solving. Give them big data. What are you going to do with it? It's the worst. But what are we very good in? Assertiveness. We can swear and shout, but we can't plan and we can't solve our problems. So every day we do the same again and again. All right. Shame it sounds depressing, eh? Okay. Oh, guess what? First time round, guess there. 6% of your supervisors are not competent in their role at all. Another 82 are partially competent. And we only have 12% that are competent, actually doing their job. And we have no one that exceeds the competency. So when I walk onto a mine in South Africa or in Africa, that's what I pick up. And it hasn't changed anywhere. And I've been to a lot of the mines. All big mining houses. All right, so we carry on. What we then did is we looked at how do they execute their roles. 3 is competent. Guess what? Start of shift execution, 1.65. Anyway, you can go on average, 1.63. So we're not competent in our role, and we don't execute our role well. But we want to give them big data. Yeah, another good stat for you. 24% of that sample cannot sit in a classroom and absorb the concepts that you want them to. They sit there, they listen, they walk on, and they have no idea how to implement it. 24% of those supervisors. Now, these are all been done by industrial psychologists. Okay, so I'm trying to tell you the challenges of implementing whatever you want to implement. All right. It's quite fun. I've only got 3 minutes left. Wait, we're rushing through. Here's your mine overseer's conference level. Guess what our mine overseer thinks of the supervisor? Only 25% believe moderately, 2% yes. Execute, 14 on the moderate to very confident. And reviewing, well, about 13. Okay, there's another survey. You can see the stats yourself. Come to me afterwards, I'll go through them with you. Okay, there's what we say maturity matrix. You want to get them from non-conformists to high flyers. You need to take them through there. That's a mine that we did, quite a big one. And you'll see the red is where they were, and after the coaching, the green is where we're taking them to. But it's a lot of effort. And you'll still notice some guys are still in the block where we don't really want them to be. The solution, woohoo! Sorry, woohoo. All right, the solution is you got to link the competency of the individual with the theoretical training, and you've got to coach them for operational success. The problem we have right now, we send people for training, they come back, they don't know how to integrate it into where they're working. So we say you've got to link it into coaching. Coaching is very important. I'm actually pushing for coaching. All right, this is a pre and post assessment. This is after the project was done. A year after the project was done, we go back and we reassess whether on the competency level. And you'll notice there that they're nearly at 3, although not there. The biggest improvement, though, if you've noticed, is basically in your planning and organizing. And this is all through coaching, not through sending them on a 5-day course so that HR can say done and ops can say done. You know, and we all feel good and we don't know why we're doing it. Okay. I know you guys don't understand what I'm speaking about, but it's fine. It's okay. All right. There you are. Start of shift, teaming, that was it. After coaching, look how it increased. At the end of coaching, look there. We're not at 3 yet, but now we're getting more competent people who are executing the roles more in a more effective way. Okay. Okay, so there we were. You saw how bad it was after coaching. Have you seen how much better it's gone? We had 82%, now it's only, is it 53? My eyesight is failing me. Let me look over here. Yeah, it's 53. Okay, you see 44% are now more competent. And you see you actually have some people that actually exceed the role that they're in. Those are what we call high flyers. Those are the guys you actually have to take further, not the guys you keep down. Okay. Look at the confidence level increase. Now 54% are moderately confident and 18% on the planning. Execution went up to 52% plus 16%, and the review part went to 54 and 20 versus what it was before. This is all due to coaching. You know what? You need to help. You need to lead them to a water and show them how to do things. We just throw in a training here and a this there. You got to teach them. Many of the supervisors don't know what they don't know. Do you know that? They actually don't know what they don't know. You physically look and say, do you see what I see? And they say, I don't know what you're talking about. All right. And that's the impact. It's a very famous gold mine in South Africa. 2.9 kilometers down, 54% increase in meters, 86 in tons per rig. Iron ore producer, 14% increase per day of saleable and stacked tons. Another iron ore, South African, more locally South African, 10%, 25. Manganese mine, 9, 14. And the Zimbabwean cement producer, 40% revenue increase. Now, I'm not claiming all the 40%, by the way. Zimbabwe still exists for those that... Oh my goodness, time's up. I'm so sorry. It's been wonderful talking to you. So, in conclusion, that's what you need to do. You've got to embrace a coaching culture. And I just want to show you one thing. Look at that there. Where coaching culture is entrenched, after we left, a year later, it went up. Where coaching culture is not entrenched, look how it went after we left. It started going down. And supervisor the key. And that's it. Thank you.